This is CJ with Beyond Adaptation Fitness. I am going to take you through part 1 of a 70-minute full-body kettlebell workout. This should take you about 15 minutes and is mostly banded mobility work followed by a short kettlebell warm-up. This session will prepare your body for safe and effective movement by activating key muscles, increasing blood flow, improving joint mobility, and overall enhancing movement patterns for improved performance in the workout to follow. The equipment I will be using is a jump rope, a set of hip bands, a longer lightweight resistance band, like a red band or an orange band, and a kettlebell. Let's get started. Starting with 1 minute of nice and easy single leg, single unders, alternating legs every 10 jumps. By working one leg at a time, I'm targeting asymmetries in strength and stability between the sides of my body. This helps correct imbalances, which can reduce the risk of injury and improve overall athletic performance. You can see I have a significant difference in the strength of my right and left leg due to an old injury. This asymmetry is hardly noticeable when doing single unders or double unders with both legs. And believe it or not, this is a major improvement from when I first detected it. Asymmetry is normal and is just something we have to manage. Place a band around your wrists and ankles. Hold an isometric external rotation by keeping your hands apart and maintaining tension in the band to activate your rotator cuff. Step laterally with the band around your ankles. 10 steps right and 10 steps left. This strengthens your glute medius and minimus, which are crucial for maintaining knee alignment during the workout. With the band around your wrists, press your hands overhead, palms facing each other. This engages your shoulder stabilizers to build control for overhead movements. We will be doing a lot of overhead movements in the workout that follows. Supinated grip external shoulder rotations. Turn your palms up and externally rotate your shoulders against the resistance of the band. 10 banded steps forward and 10 banded steps backward with the band around your ankles. I find the steps forward activate the hip flexors more, and the steps backward activate the glutes and hamstrings more. Repeat the overhead press with the band around your wrists for 10 reps, focusing on maintaining tension to keep your shoulders stable. This further activates the delts, traps, and rotator cuff muscles while reinforcing good overhead mechanics. Switch to a palms down grip and externally rotate against the resistance of the band. A pronated grip shifts some emphasis away from the biceps and isolates the rotator cuff muscles more directly. The range of motion is a bit smaller because the pronated position means I'm starting in a more internally rotated position, and it requires more active control to maintain proper scapular positioning. This is going to help me a lot for kettlebell workouts because there is a fair amount of internal rotation that occurs at the bottom of the swing where the forces are the greatest. Now, swap your wristband for a red band or an orange band. Hold the red band in both hands and perform slow, controlled shoulder flossing movements. This exercise improves shoulder mobility and flexibility by stretching and warming up the delts, pecs, and lats while also reducing tension in the shoulders. Move the lower band to just above your knees. Hold the band overhead and take 10 lateral steps to the right, just as we've done before. With the band overhead, perform 10 squats. The band overhead adds an element of resistance to stabilize your shoulders and maintain an upright torso. The band above the knees primarily targets the glute medius and maximus, to resist the inward collapse of the knees, also known as knee valgus. Repeat the side steps, this time moving 10 steps to the left. Now move the band back to your ankles and repeat the 10 overhead squats. The additional tension at the ankles increases activation of the lateral hip muscles. If you have any issues with posterior pelvic tilt at the bottom of your squat, also known as butt winking, banded squats at either the hip or ankle will help improve that. You can see that I have a little bit of a butt wink at the start of the set, but by the end of it, my glutes were engaging properly and it stopped. 10 behind the neck pull-aparts. The axis of rotation here is the elbow, and the shoulders should remain relatively stationary. I am feeling the most activation in the lower traps and rhomboids. 10 Sots Press. Press the band overhead from behind your neck while in a squat position. This exercise focuses on thoracic mobility and shoulder stability while engaging the glutes and quads to hold the squat position. If you find the bottom position to be too uncomfortable, if you have some plates that you can place underneath your heels, go ahead and do that. Continuing to activate the hip flexors and glutes, complete the above the knee banded step sequence with 10 steps forward and 10 steps backward. Perform 10 squats with your hands interlaced behind your head. This is basically a test to make sure that I can hold myself in this upright position on my own, because when I do overhead squats in the workout, I want my body to be able to find this position naturally. Finish with another round of single leg jump rope for 1 minute. This gets your heart rate up, activates the calves, improves balance and coordination. Focus on light, springy landings to warm up your ankles and legs. Let's move on to the kettlebell warm-up. Kettlebell circles around the waist. 10 circles to the right, 10 circles to the left. Pass the kettlebell around your waist, switching the kettlebell from hand to hand at the halfway point at the front and back of the circle. This warms up your core, improves grip strength, and increases coordination by engaging the abdominals, obliques, and forearms. Crossbody single arm deadlifts. 5 reps on the right, 5 reps on the left. I am resisting rotation occurring at the knees and hips as much as I can to activate and mobilize the lower back. 10 kettlebell Russian swings. Drive the kettlebell forward with your hips, keeping your core engaged. This explosive movement targets the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, improving power and posterior chain strength. Let's up the challenge by switching to the single arm swing, alternating arms with each swing, getting comfortable receiving an asymmetrical load. That's the end of the warm-up. If you would like to see the rest of the workout, stay tuned for the second video, which I will be releasing soon. In the meantime, check out some of my other kettlebell strength and mobility workouts I have released on this channel, Beyond Adaptation Fitness. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.